Well, just doing a match review. This is our last day camping out for 2 weeks, and I've got the holiday blues, and I was hoping Sunderland would help with that, but they didn't, did they? But look, it was a frustrating day to say the least. We did play some nice football, don't get me wrong, we did. It was just, the last final third is where we just seemed to be stuck. The last final third. And it seems like a cliche, we're saying the same thing over and over again. But that's how it is. And Ipswich, they're on a crest of a wave for just being promoted. A difficult team to play. It always is a difficult team to play when you play a new promoted team. But hats off to Ipswich. They came there with a game plan and they delivered. But I'm not going to be too harsh on Sunderland. I mean, they should have had a penalty in the first half. We all knew that should have been a penalty. But I'm not going to be too criticising of them, because it's game one. I mean, when we went down to 10 men, Ipswich parked the bus and we were the better side. We were we're all over them. And it was just fine margins. I think we hit the post in the last 7 minutes. And it could have easily been 2-2, which would have been more than happy with, but it hasn't ended up that way. And I know a lot of fans are basically saying, this is shite, this ain't good enough, and speaking out and all that. It's a load of cack. To be honest with you, it's like you can't judge this on day one. Things have got to settle down. But I would say if after day 5 or day 6 and there's any improvement, then possibly alarm bells. But we just need to be bedded in a bit. I do think we are desperately in need of an experienced striker. It's alright filling in these young'uns all the time, but we do need some experience. But we have got the chap from Blackburn. He was on not playing today, obviously, but I think a bit of experience up there could do the trick. And I'm also seeing a lot of reports about Jack Clark could be going. I mean, is that unsettling the lad? We need to keep hold of these players. We need to keep hold of these players. I mean, he's such a vital part of our team. But yeah, it's frustrating. You're looking forward to the beginning of the season, and then you come away with win out. But just that final little bit missing. We're passing the ball nice, but when we got to that final third, where it mattered, we just didn't have any ideas. We just didn't have that cut-through pass, that cut-through run. Some of the set pieces were terrible. The crossing was just getting way over hit. But they were quite fortunate with their first goal, Ipswich. Second goal, cracking finish, and hats off to Dan Neil, which made it a nervy finish for Ipswich. But I'm not going to say alarm bells yet, not by a long shot. There's still plenty of time. Let the lads just settle a little bit. I mean, there's loads of teams make a bad start of the season. And we're just going to have to be patient, and hopefully we can sort something out at Preston. But you can understand in a way why the Sunderland fans are getting frustrated about strikers. This Stewart saga's been going on for far too bloody long. The fans know what we need, crying out for experience up front. And they'll soon be putting pressure on Speakman, etc. if we've gone 5 or 6 games without a win. But that's just speculation. Let's just see what happens. You cannot really judge on game one. I've been reading a few things on social media, and everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. That was shite. That's absolutely awful. Clueless up front, and this and that and the other. Let's just wait and see. Wait and see what has to be said. Let's wait and see what happens at the Preston match. We might see a completely different performance, but I just hope our home performance isn't going to be as bad as what it was last season. We really need that to pick up, because most of our point was coming away from home, so that needs to drastically change, especially for all the fans turning up. I don't know how many was at the ground today, 37,000 or something, but that needs to change for the fans. You know, give them something to go on to smile about, you know. So let's get that home form sorted out, and let's just crack on and see what happens against Preston. So that's me from the campsite, signing off. Wish it was 3 points, but never mind. But how are the lads?